Man, I don't even know if I want to go live. Honestly, bro, it might be too fucking early. It might be too early for me to go live. What's good? What's good? Who is that? What's good, Hamilton, bro? What's up? What's up, man? I know it's really early. You know, it's like 5 in the morning. I know it's like early as fuck right now. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Just press one if you can hear my voice. Press one if you can hear my voice. Press one if you can hear my voice. I need to before I say anything, I need to know if you can hear my voice. Okay. So you talking about some anonymous emails. I'm not gonna talk about nothing that happened behind the scene. I'm not gonna bring that shit up. So don't I'm not even discuss that. You know, that's private information. Um Honestly, I just want to get up here, discuss the Lord Hecspeaks, and talk about a little bit about cold approach, and I'm gonna be done with it. Um I know it's really early though. I normally stream like in the evening time, but I'm gonna go and do it now because I'm up and I'm awake and I ain't really got nothing better to do. So I guess I'm gonna just go ahead and stream. You know what I mean? But yeah. Honestly, I would love to like I'm probably gonna end up trying to see if I can get the Lord Heck dude on the live stream. Like that's what I want to do. I want to see if I can get him on the live stream, but the odds of that happening is, slim to none, to be real, man. The odds of me getting Lord Heck on a live stream is probably gonna be none because when he did that live stream, like at the tail end of the not live stream, but at the tail end of the video that he did about me, he he pretty much said I'm not going on nobody's stream, bro. He said like it's a waste of time going on these people's stream when they're gonna, try to convince me of their ideology. He like fuck all that. So I would love to like go on the stream and chop it up with him. And honestly, it's not really even me trying to convince him of game and of how I think, or him trying to chop it up with Bama, trying to chop it up with Jay, him trying to chop it up with Adam, people that, regulars that I have hop on the live streams. It's not really even that. It's us, you know, like okay, like I'm pretty sure he has game as well, so maybe he can lace me up with game. You know what I mean? Like maybe he can let me know, you know, how it is dating in New York because I've never been to New York. I think he's based in New York, so like that's pretty much the situation with that dude. So it's really us just throwing around ideas, or just us discussing our life and like our endeavors as far as like dating and relationships and all that stuff. So I think that'll be like what the main discussion, because obviously it's going to be like a slight debate, but I want it to be more so us talking about like our experiences like dating in different places. Like that's what I want it to be. Let me see. You push back the YBC Too Cold stream to November. Yeah, I pushed it back. I'm probably not gonna do the YBC Too Cold situation because I need to get my computer back. I need to either get another computer or I need to either get a brand new computer or I need to just get my computer fixed that I have now. I've had that computer for about 2.5 years, so honestly, it's about time for me to get another one. But yeah, I didn't push the YBC Too Cold back into November because I actually want to react to it. I can't react to it on my phone, so that's the problem. You can't screen share on your phone. It's no, you can't do that. So yeah, So yeah, I just got more important life shit to like attend to. You know what I mean? Like literally, I just like came from work. I literally just came from work, and it's 5 in the morning because I'm focused on shit that's more important than live streaming. I'm not really. I make a little bit of money doing this YouTube shit, but honestly, bro, I need to focus on like the primary shit, like my life, my fucking life, my bills. You know what I mean? Like I'm a real person. You know, I got priorities. You know what I mean? Like I'm not asking you guys for money or nothing like that. You know, and that's something that I really don't like doing. I'm kind of like prideful. I don't really like asking people for nothing. But that's the situation. So since I'm not doing it, I gotta focus on things that's like more important. You know, in order for me to sustain my living situation. You know what I mean? Let me see what you guys talking about. Oh shit. Try just and hold on. What you say? He said, "Oh shit, just in case I'm black, but I'm back. I don't know for real, but y'all can raise yourself. I don't, bro. What's your name? Moon Fletch? I don't know who the fuck. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. What's your name, man? Moon Moon Moonfleck. I don't know if I said your name right. What's good with your Moonfleck? What's good, Yo? What's up with you? Yeah, respect to you, man. I appreciate you for even tuning in, bro. I appreciate you for even pulling up. Real shit. You know, like I said, this is extremely early. This is I've been live streaming for a little over a year at this point, and this is the first time I've ever streamed this early. It's not gonna be often. Maybe out of a year, maybe one time, once or twice, I'll be streaming this early. But you know, I'm up, I'm awake. Um, I got a lot on my mind, so I'm just here to chop it up. You know, I'm here to let you guys know what I think about the Lord Heck video, and I'm here to talk a little bit about Cold Approach. You know, so can I invite guests? You know, if one of my regulars hop on the live stream, I might end up letting them on. You know, like if um, Jay Bama, Adam, you know, those guys, Underdog Soldier, if I see those guys, I might let them hop up, you know, because I think I can invite at least one or two people. Well, streaming YouTube vertical. I think I can do that, you know, but yeah, so I'm trying to see where I want to start. Oh, let me take these headphones off right quick. So I'm trying to see exactly where I want to start with this, man, because I'm gonna be real with you guys. I wasn't expecting Lord Heck to react to my video because I'm a small content creator. I did kind of rage bait him into reacting to my video. You know, that was some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of like underhanded what I did. You know, I rage baited him into like reacting to my stuff, but it was just game. It was just bait. Like I said, like remember in the video, I said one component of game or trying to acquire women is you knowing how to get a woman's attention. Not saying Heck is a woman, but I had to find a way to get his attention. That was one thing that I did to get his attention. But in reality, you know, with the like him comparing him to Diddy and you know the baby oil and all that stuff, bro, that was just jokes, bro. Like I wasn't necessarily even trying to like come at him or roast him or anything like that. Hold on. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't necessarily trying to like roast him, come at him, or anything like that, man. I just need to get his attention. Like if I keep it too respectful, he might not respond. But if I go a little bit, you know, extra, then he might, you know, respond to it. So that was pretty much what I did. But honestly, bro, I ain't really got no beef with Heck. You know, keep doing your thing. I just don't really agree with I just really didn't agree with his premise on, you know, how like his mindset about game and Cold Approach. I really just didn't agree with that because you know, if you guys don't know, I heavily advocate for Cold Approach. Heavily. Like a motherfucker. Like my whole 90% of my content is, I say about 70% of my content is geared towards Cold Approach. So when I hear dudes talk about Cold Approach and what they say don't really align with what I think the truth is, you know, then I'm going to respond to it, you know. So maybe what I think might be wrong, But I mean, they could just hop up on the panel and tell me what's right. You know, like maybe they might have an objective view about Cole approach or about dating or whatever, and they can put me up on game, right? I'm being real, but I mean, really, bro, nobody has come up. I mean, you've gotten the black pill guys. We debated a lot of those guys, but honestly, bro, a lot of people, bro, they just won't come up to the plate. I mean, they won't rise up to the plate and like prove me wrong. Let me see. You out here early and still keeping it 100. Respect that you got my sub, fam. I appreciate you, man. Real talk. And who is that? Yeah, Yale Marvin. I appreciate that, man. You know, I appreciate the sub. But it's not rare that I do this. I just decided to do it because I'm already up and awake, you know, and I have a lot on my mind, like I said. So I want to go ahead and divulge all of what I'm thinking now, you know. But yeah, that was pretty much the situation with the Lord Heck. And to be 100% real, I low-key did not want to do a video about Lord Heck. I'm just being real. I didn't really want to do a video about him. You know, I didn't, because it's like, he a dude, he seemed pretty cool. He seemed pretty respectful. You know, he's not out here, you know, just dissing or roasting motherfuckers. Really, you know, he's just doing his thing. He got his own opinion about how we think about certain things, you know. But I don't know. Is anybody, like, if you a dude with a lot of influence, bro, and I believe you saying the wrong shit, I'm gonna address it. Like, whether you respond to me or not, it's all good. But I'm at least gonna address it. And I might even mention you, so I'll let you know what I think about what you said. And if you down, we can have a conversation. You know. So yeah. Another thing too. Hold on. Let me read these. Let me read this right quick. Cole approach is a numbers game. You gotta pay. You gotta play to win with odds, no matter how much game or attraction a man has. Well, yeah, I agree with that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna address your question real quick, and then I'll get back to the Lord Heck conversation, right? So you are right. Cole approach is 100% a numbers game, but guess what? The better you get at something, it's like, well, I would say particularly like the better you get at Cole approach, the less numbers you will have to play. Like, the less numbers you will have to run. Like, let's just say you started off approaching, I'm gonna think, 50 women. You new in the game, you know, you don't really have a lot of experience. Your mouthpiece not really that on point. You may stutter like me here and there. I don't stutter not nearly as much as I used to. You guys have no idea how much Cole approach has helped me in regards of, you know, getting over my fear of women and just being nervous and all that. You guys have no idea, I'm telling you. But you a dude, you new in the game, you don't really have a lot of experience talking to women. You might be nervous, scared, timid, shy type of guy. And somebody might tell you, hey, bro, you just need to start just going out here approaching and talking to these women just so you can get your confidence up, because just so you can become more articulate. And you might start off, you might listen to him, you might start off approaching, you might not even get no chicks. You may approach 20 chicks, you might get zero chicks, zero numbers, zero lays. You might close none of those women, right? But when you get to chick number 40, you know, and I'm just throwing numbers out there, but when you get to chick 40, that's when you might start seeing a pattern. You know, like, okay, I've been approaching all these women, I've been pretty much like taking L's, right? So what am I doing wrong? Then you evaluate yourself. You see, okay, I've been doing this wrong, I've been doing that wrong. You know, every time I go and give an opener, you know, I never really introduce myself correctly. I just go straight into a autistic, like, direct type of approach. Like, you got a fat ass, I want to fuck the shit out of you or whatever. Like, I might say some weird, dumb shit like that because I heard a dating coach tell me that, you know, or I might have a super passive type of approach to where I might say, hey, I really like those sunglasses. Like, where did you get them? You know, and then you talk about her sunglasses the whole way through, and you never really have no type of real assertiveness in the conversation. So the woman might see you as like a platonic guy and no real masculinity about you at all. So it's like you may be on the extreme on the indirect side and the direct side, right? Like that may be you. And because you are on the direct on both sides, you don't really know, like you're not really getting results like that, is what I'm saying. You're not really getting results because you're leading with a direct approach, a super direct approach, and you're leading with a super indirect approach, a super passive, beat around the bush type of approach. Like that is what you're doing, bro. So guess what? And you're doing this because maybe a dating coach told you this, but guess what? As you get better, as your skill improve, right? Then you start to see patterns. You say, you know what? Instead of doing this artistic bullshit ass super direct approach, I'm gonna be direct, but I'm gonna be direct at a level 1. I'm not gonna be walking up to a woman telling her she got the nicest ass in human history. I'm gonna say, look, example, like let's just say I'm at the gym, right? I'm at the gym. I see her. I would say, look, Sarah, what's your name? I don't know. I'm telling her name without even introducing myself. I'm on some bullshit. But let's just say you see a chick. You say, hey, Sarah, hey, how you doing? What's your name? And she say, Sarah, how about you? I'm like, Sarah, my name's such and such. Look, I see you over here doing a workout. You have some phenomenal glutes. You have some extremely phenomenal glutes. I'm really curious to know exactly how you got in the great shape you're in. I see the consistency. I see the discipline. I see the hard work that you put in. And I really want to know your workout routine. Like you fine as hell, like God, like real talk. Like I honestly, I don't even really like approaching women in the gym like that, but I just had to say something for you. Honestly, maybe I could learn something from you, right? So it's like you got a direct approach, but it's not super direct. You compliment her, but it's not too over the top, is what I'm saying. It's like you're even kill. It's like you're more so in the middle, is what I'm like. It's like you're in the middle. That's where you want to be when you approach women. You don't want to be too direct, but you don't want to be too indirect. You want to be more so in the middle. It's like the only time you can really be direct is when you know the interest is there. If she either approach you or if she giving you like strong choosing signals, then of course you can be as direct as you want to. But if that's not the situation, bro, it's like you got to be more so in the middle. You got to be. That's another thing you get good at too. You get good at reading women. You get real good at reading women to see, okay, I can see how she responded to what I'm saying. I know the interest is there. I know I can pretty much say what I want to say and get away with it. Like real talk, because you reading her body language, you reading her even like the cadence and the intonation of her voice. You reading all this shit, bro. Like she's a little bit like you probably wouldn't know this, but just off the sound of her voice, she's like more soft and more feminine in the cadence of her voice versus probably when she talked to another dude, she's not nearly like that feminine, but with you, she's a lot more feminine. I don't know, is what I'm saying. But that's the situation. Like everything that I'm pretty much saying right now comes from garnering experience, just talking to women, and the more experience that you garner like along your journey, the less numbers you will have to play. This all goes back to what you said about the numbers game, right? All this stuff goes back to that. So it's going to be a numbers game regardless, because nobody is hitting, like nobody is 100% batting average in life, period. Like especially with women, like nobody is 100% batting average with women, period. So you have to play the numbers, so that's the situation, man. But yeah, I say it one more time, just to clarify. You may start off, your game might be trash because you have no experience. The more you do it, the better, the more experience you get, the less numbers you will have to play, because instead of approaching 20 or even I say 50 women, you might only have to approach 5. You might only have to approach 3. You might only have to approach 7, because like I said, like the skill is improving. You get better, like you're getting better at reading women, reading body language, knowing what to say, what not to say. You like you know exactly what type of approach you need to have based off her fucking just based off the sound of her fucking voice, bro. I'm being so real right now. Like this is real shit. So yeah, I was reading the comment. I apologize for that, but yeah, that's pretty much the situation on that. But let me read some more of these comments right quick. Cola, let me see. Top of the morning. King. What's good, Bill Warren? I appreciate you, man. One small thing that made your smile today. What the hell? I'm not doing no. What is this, bro? I don't know. I got some type of weird question that popped up. So it said one small thing that honestly, it says somebody pulling up to my live stream at 5 in the morning. That actually made my morning, not my day, but my morning, I should say. Just anybody pulling up at this time of night. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the situation. Now I'm gonna go back to the Lord Heck. Excuse me. I'm gonna go back to the Lord Heck. See, Lord Heck, he I'm not gonna say he remind me of Gant Pill. You know Gant Pill, the dude that's been roasting the fuck out of me, or that's been doing these videos about me for the last 6-7 months. Every time he join my panel and get cooked, he always make a video immediately right after that, to make me look bad or whatever, So that, and when Gant Pill do those videos, now I'm just stick with me on that. This isn't about him, but I'm making a point right now. Every time this dude Gant Pill do these videos, he always takes stuff out of context. He'll play half the video. He'll edit certain parts of the video out to make it seem like, I flopped, or like pretty much to paint me in a picture or to paint me in a certain light, just to make me look bad, bro. Like that's pretty much what Gant Pill do. So that's pretty much what Lord Heck did in that video. I mean, I'm gonna just keep it real. That's pretty much what Lord Heck did in that video. I got some respect for Lord Heck. He out here doing his thing. I ain't really got no beef with him, but he was kind of disingenuous, bro. I just got to keep it a buck. In my opinion, in that video, he was kind of disingenuous, and I don't necessarily like the people being disingenuous, bro. That's one thing I don't like. I understand you can't keep it all the way real 100% of the time, but you can keep it real at least 80% of the time, bro. At least 80%. So just like Gant Pill, he do them damn hit piece videos, paint me in a certain light to make me look bad because he take everything out of context, to make it seem like he paint me in a certain light to make it seem like I'm a certain type of dude, which is bullshit. But if you go back, if you peel the layers back and watch a video in its entirety, then you see that, oh, okay, I see he was on some bullshit, or I see he was just hating, or I see he was just in his feelings or whatever. I don't know. So that was pretty much the situation with Lord Heck, man. Like in that video that he did, right? Notice it was at a point where it was showing examples of dudes that had women or decent looking women without even being attractive. One dude was in a fucking wheelchair. One dude was black on Biggie. He was on some Biggie shit. I'm big, black, ugly as ever. Well, he wasn't the black dude wasn't big, but he was ugly as hell in my opinion. I don't judge dudes, so just forgive me for that, but I'm just trying to prove a point right now. The dude was with an attractive a white woman. I don't know if she was white or biracial. I don't know, but he was with that woman, and the dude was ugly as hell, bro. I showed that picture. The dude in the wheelchair, this short ass midget dude, right? This short midget dude was with this fine ass white chick, right? And it was another video I showed. I'm trying to remember it. It was this ugly, deformed looking dude with a big ass fucking forehead. He was with a decent looking black chick, bro. That light skinned black chick, and they got like 5 kids and shit. But he didn't want to show none of that because it would have debunked or it would have proved him wrong. My thing is, see, the truth is that, and if you look at the video, I literally say this in the video that I show, in the video that I upload talking about Lord Heck, I say this in that video. See, generally speaking, he is correct in saying that physical attractiveness is important. Generally speaking, physical attraction is important. I'm gonna consistently stand on this. I got 6 people in here. Y'all, please do me a favor. Fuck with your boy. Hit that like button. But I'm going to consistently stand on this. Physical attraction is important. The only point I was trying to make towards Lord Heck was this, is that it's not an absolute thing to where 100% of the time you need to be physically attractive. I understand it is the most authentic form of attraction, but it's not the only way for you to get women, because the thing is, women are like more emotional than, like, I ain't gonna say more emotional than ever, but way more emotional than men. And just based off of how a woman feel, she like the way she feel about you can change. You know what I mean? Like based off of your behavior, how you act around her, and the type of guy she perceive you to be, it could change, is what I'm saying. Like if you approach a woman and she think you a fly type of celebrity type of dude, like on some King 6'8" the Great type shit, she can like literally think you that type of dude. But as soon as you open your mouth, she hear the cadence and the intonation of your voice. You know, she see you probably sound like fucking Elmer Fudd of like Bill Nye the Science Guy or some weird shit. You know, or she see that you can't really keep eye contact, you can't hold a conversation. All that stuff matters, bro. And like that is beyond the physical. You know, that like the physical is important because it's the bait, right? You need that bait is extremely important, which is why I said Lord Heck was correct in what he was saying, but it's not entirely true, because you can be a dude that might not be that physically attractive, but you still can get the women you want, because you might not have the physical attractiveness, but you literally have everything else going for you. You literally have everything else going for you. I'm just being real. You know, so that was pretty much like one thing about Lord Heck that he did in that video that I did not like, bro. That was pretty much one situation where he didn't show the video in its entirety. He was like leaving certain shit out the same way that dude Gampill do, to you know, to try to like prove his point, you know. And it was one more thing that he left out the video. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. It's slowly slipping from me, but until I can remember exactly another thing that he left out, let me go to the comments right quick. I got some people in the chat. Can you add a goon corner? What the fuck is a goon corner, bro? You got men are more emotional prodigy. Bill Now the science guy gets all kinds of poom poom. he probably get that because he got status, right? So okay, I think Pew Pew, you said Pew Pew, you pulling up this early on me? What the fuck? This guy, you pulling up hella early. It's all good. I appreciate you for pulling up. But I think men, see, Pew Pew, let me ask you a question. How many dudes do you know? Well, I don't even want to ask it like that. Let me ask a different question. I'm not going to ask you that question. Okay. Like men, okay, men, we have to live more difficult lives, right? Men have it harder than women. This is a fucking fact. So since men since men have it harder than women, it's certain things in life that we have to deal with that forces us to be strong. We have to be strong, right? As opposed to a woman, she can pretty much do what she wants, and the society will forgive her because she's beautiful. I'm so serious. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys something, and this is kind of personal, but this is a situation that happened at my job recently. You know what? I'm not gonna even talk about. I'm not gonna talk about that. I don't know who might watch my stuff, so I'm not gonna discuss personal stuff. But I'll say this. This is I don't know if you guys watch the One Piece, right? I don't know if you guys watch One Piece, but it's this chick on One Piece named Boa Hancock. This bitch literally get away with doing anything she want to do because she's attractive. Dudes simping for her and all this stuff because she's attractive. That's a situation for women. A lot of women, because they find they can act as bitchy as they want, as rude as they want, just out of just act all chaotic and wild and rude and crass and all that stuff, and they can actually get away with it because you got dudes that, you know, be simping for these chicks, as opposed to a guy, a dude do one thing. He can literally do one thing, bro. And he can get locked up for it. He can get jail time for it. And I'm saying some dudes do deserve that stuff, because some guys genuinely be on some weirdo stuff. But I'm saying, like, for the average guy, it's like he can do the smallest thing, bro, and society will fucking crucify this motherfucker. I'm serious, man. So because of that, because that dynamic exists, women have it easier, so they, you know, are allowed to be more emotional in certain situations, you know, because they know that motherfuckers won't do shit about it, or they know somebody gonna come to their rescue. And I'm not necessarily against, like, women being rescued or saved, you know, but at the same time, it needs to be for good reason. It just can't be a woman doing whatever she want to do and dudes still coming to her rescue, even just because she's fine and attractive, and you want to try to, like, hit smash or whatever. You want to simp for it in hopes to smash it. No, it needs to be, okay, you coming to a rescue because some dude's trying to put his hands on her, right? And you might want to say, hey, bro, like, hey, I understand you probably do that, you know, at your own household or whatever. Well, I'm not gonna let you do that in public where I can see it, you know. So I do believe in that. But as far as, you know, a woman like y'all remember that woman that got hit with that brick? Y'all remember the woman that got hit with that brick? It was that black chick. She got hit with that brick. Why did it was, y'all remember, it was the thick ass black woman, right? She got hit with the brick. Tell me why she got hit with that brick. She literally got hit with that brick because she was literally, like, slapping this dude. She just kept for nothing. She literally just was walking up, slapping this dude for no reason. I'm serious. She literally was smacking the shit out of this dude, just walking up. She'll twerk for a little bit, and then she'll just start smacking this dude. And it's just, I don't know if he was white, Indian, Arabian. I don't remember exactly what he was. But the point I'm trying to make is that because dudes are too weak and too simped out, you know, they allow women to get away with certain things. They allow women to be more emotional in certain situations, as opposed to a dude. We don't have that luxury. You know, we could, like, my fucking mom could die right now. Them fucking bills got to be paid, is what I'm saying. You know, like, I got kids. Like, my kids need whatever they need. Like, real talk. Like, no matter what the fuck we going through, we still have to provide and protect. Real talk. Like, a motherfucker, like, women expect a woman expect for a man to put his very life on the line to protect his woman. And I'm not necessarily saying that's a bad thing to do, but what I'm saying is that shit needs to be earned. It needs to be deserving. You don't just get that type of energy to just know any woman, bro. Like, if I'm willing to put my life on the line for a woman, she gonna deserve that stuff. But a lot of dudes just get that shit away. You know, a lot of dudes lie, manipulate, and deceive, and all these different things, and hoping to, like, you know, smack. I don't know, man. Like, the whole point I'm trying to make is, like, pew pew. Everything I'm saying right now is addressing what you said. Yeah, everything I'm saying right now is pretty much addressing what you said. You know, like, women are pretty much allowed to be emotional, and men were not allowed to be emotional. If men was allowed to be emotional, then what you saying, you know, would actually be more plausible. Because when a man get emotional, he be on some, I'm ready to fight, I'm ready to shoot a nigga, etc. But when a woman get emotional, she might be on the same type of timing, but she might feel that way in the moment, but like 10 minutes or even a day, she don't even remember she felt that way, you know. So it's just the way the world works, bro. Women are just allowed to be emotional. Men, we're not allowed to be like that, because we actually got real shit we got to attend to. You know, like, if a man decided to be if every dude decided to be gay, bro, like, society would literally collapse, bro. If a dude decided to be on the same type of timing as a woman, society would literally collapse. Hold up, we got paid. Let me see. Men are aggressive, women are passive aggressive on average. Yeah, I agree with that. What's up, Dave? I appreciate you for even pulling up, man. This is a very early live stream, bro. Very early. The last time it's like I said earlier, I've never streamed this early. But yeah, I got 9 people in here. You guys do me a favor, fuck with your boy, hit that like button. You guys got any questions for me? Let me know. Let me see. Unarmed, you said, in short, pretty privilege is real. Pretty privilege. It's pretty. I don't know. I don't know. It might be real. I don't know, bro. I would say women do have privilege because they can get away with certain stuff that men can't get away. I would say female privilege of anything, bro. And this might sound weird for me to say, but that's just what I believe. You know, if you guys disagree, it's all good. But I believe female privilege is a real thing. You know, just for being a female, it's certain perks in life that you can get. You know, like if a woman has $0, right? Let's just say she's a woman, she lost her job, she ain't got shit going for her. Just because she got a vagina, she can sell it and just make money off that. Men don't have that option. I would say heterosexual men don't have that option, right? I would say that's the more accurate thing to say. You know, I would say generally speaking, men don't have that option. So women can make a come up off either selling their box or just finding a dude with money, finding a simp, soft, weak trick dude with money. Maybe she might not even be that physically attracted to him, right? But the fact that he got money, she might go for it, bro, and might cheat on him with a physically attractive dude. Like, that's the situation, right? So I believe female privilege is a real thing. Pretty privilege, that's kind of a subjective thing. I mean, it might be a real thing. I don't know. I think it's kind of subjective, but I mean, it could be a real thing. But let me see. Men are, let me see. You are intermediate at cold approach, bud. Let me see. Well, I mean, that's your opinion if you think I'm intermediate at cold approach. Me personally, I'm expert level at cold approach. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Let me see. Nigga, I remember one time, bro, I approached a group of women and I brought the whole group home with me, bro. Just how now, I literally brought the whole group home. I only smashed one chick out of the group, but I brought literally the whole group home, bro. Came to the bar, seen a group of women, spoke to them, chopped it up. You know what I mean? And about an hour later, bro, brought the whole group home with me. Literally all the chicks home with me. I only did something with one woman. The chick that liked me, she stayed. Notice I said the chick that liked me. She stayed, and the other 2 women, they spent the night and they left early in the morning. You know, but I don't know, like that, like the gym approaches and all these other approaches, that's like warm-up shit. That's practice, bro. Like the actual like live cold approaches, or when I actually go out for the weekend and going to bars and nightclubs and things like places like that, bro. That's the real shit for me, bro. You know, like it's not easy approaching women in the gym, bro, because it's so much stuff working against you, man. Like you gotta like worry about like, okay, I approach this woman, right? And I gotta wait, and first it might not even, like, the women you like might not even be in the gym. That's first and foremost. You might have to work out and just be at the gym for a whole hour before you even see women that's fine enough for you to attract. That's first and foremost. And then on top of that, you might see me personally, I'm an opportunist, right? So if I see a woman in a corner by herself doing her thing, if it's like the right place at the right time type of situation for me, that's when I approach. Sometimes I could literally just finish doing a set. I'm damn near out of breath. I'm damn near finna go ahead and pass out from doing bench press to like 205 for like 10 reps, right? Or just finish doing a squat, doing like 315 for like 3 sets of 5s, right? So my heart racing like a motherfucker doing this physical strenuous activity. But at the same time, this is my only opportunity to approach this woman. So I got an extra layer of anxiety attached to me, approaching this woman. Is me being stretched out and me being tired and exhausted doing a set. Then on top of that, I'm approaching this woman, which is an extra layer of anxiety on top of that. Do you guys have any idea how hard this shit is, bro? Like, real, do you guys have any idea how hard this shit is? Like, most dudes aren't doing it. Most dudes will wait at the gym, see a woman for like 50 minutes before they decide to approach her. Me personally, I don't wait that long. I wait maybe about 5 or 10 minutes, right? Or just wait until she finishes a set. But sometimes, bro, it be so many people in there. I went to the gym a couple days ago, right? Like, I don't be seeing like women attractive enough like that, because I got black pillars that watch my shit, and I know they gonna judge me no matter what type of women I approach. But sometimes I really just don't see attractive women like that, so I honestly don't even approach, bro. I be like, I don't know about her. If I talk to her, it could not be really a good situation. I don't know. Like, motherfuckers might roast her. She might see it. Maybe I could blur her face out. Maybe I might do that. But at the same time, if I'm not really that attracted to her, then I'm not gonna really want to like follow up with her. So, and honestly, bro, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, bro. I don't even really need to approach women in the gym, bro. I don't really need to do that shit. Like, I'm already talking to a woman at the gym right now. Literally, I'm talking to a woman I met at the gym right now. So me consistently approach women at the gym, I'm fucking my situation up with her. But I do it, because I like doing it, but I don't necessarily need to do it, or I don't even want to do it, bro. Like, that's the real situation. I'm already talking to a woman at the gym right now. So as soon as she found out that I haven't even told her I do this YouTube shit, as soon as she found out I do this shit, it's pretty much a wrap for that relationship. It's a wrap. Let me tell you guys something. If you guys want to keep the chicks that you talking to, don't do YouTube. Don't do YouTube. Don't do TikTok. Don't do Instagram. Don't do none of this shit. Doing social media while trying to like keep women around, no. Well, no. I'll take that back. Like cold approaching, right? If a woman see you talk to other women, if she like you and she see you talk to other women, she might stop. She might ghost you, bro. See, if you just on the stage, like how I'm doing right now, and I'm literally just chopping it up with y'all, or giving you guys my experiences on like past endeavors of me just talking to women and cold approaching all this different type of stuff, or even just talking about dating and all that, a woman might be cool with it because she don't physically see you talking to other women. As soon as she see you talking to other women, bro, it's a wrap. That's why a lot of guys that talk about dating and relationships and stuff, that's why they don't approach. Because these motherfuckers know as soon as they start like doing infield footage and stuff, they know how the women are gonna feel, so they don't do it because they know that they could potentially lose the women that they're talking to. I'm just being real right now. This is facts. Hold on, let me see what you guys talking about right now. Pew pew. I've see pew pew. You don't know the lore. I see what you're saying, but you don't understand the lore. So let me put you up on game right quick. So I got a lot of my content members only. And a lot of that content is showing like receipts of women that I used to talk to or women that I'm either used to talk to or talking to now. So some of the women that I used to talk to, I literally would let them know what I'm doing. The problem was I got weird ass black pill guys that watch my content, and then the women tune in, the women that I talk to know that I'm doing this. I tell them I'm doing this, so they tune into my content, they see what I'm doing, and they'll see a video of them getting roasted, getting talked about in a bad light, and then they'll feel some type of way about that, and they'll say, I can't do this. I can't deal with this. You know. So it's also that side of the game too. That's why I got some of my stuff members only, because dudes, it's like I honestly decided to just take all my shit down. Like all of my any footage where I'm like showing women, or any footage where I'm kissing, I'm being intimate with women in some capacity, I thought about just taking all that shit down, period. Not even posting it on Instagram, but not posting it on Patreon, none of that stuff, just taking it down altogether. But I kept it up because I need to, I know how important receipts are. So that's literally the only reason why, who the fuck? But that's literally the only reason why I kept it up. Because I know how important receipts are. But if that wasn't the situation, I wouldn't, like if I didn't believe in receipts, I literally would take all that shit down. Because it has done more harm than not. It's definitely hurt me more than it's helped me. This is a fact. Let's see. But yeah, it is in your best interest to let a woman know what you're doing up front, so she can make a decision whether she still want to deal with you or not. But guess what? Now, this is just from my own experience, but the thing is, you can let her know that I approach women. You know, I have a channel to help motivate and inspire men to, you know, get out there and just talk to women, to build their social skills and all that different type of stuff, right? So you can tell a woman that, but if she see you physically talking to other women, then she gonna feel some type of way about that eventually. She might be cool with it at first, but at some point she gonna feel some type of way about that, and she might start fucking with you. And then you might, that's what the numbers game. You gotta consistently find women that's down with what you're down with. See, me personally, I'm not gonna stop doing what I'm doing for a woman, but at the same time, I gotta understand that finding a woman that's 100% down with what I got going on is not gonna be easy, because I know how women are. It's just like okay, for a dude, right? Are you cool with your woman being a stripper? Are you cool with your woman showing other men attention? Tell me that. If you had a woman and she was making money doing what she was doing, like she wasn't even making a whole lot of money. She ain't making a whole lot of money doing what she's doing. And on top of that, you know, she's giving a lot of dudes her attention on top of that. So she's in a position to where she could potentially become intimate with these guys, right? So are you cool with your woman being open or just having conversations with other dudes? Are you cool with that? If the answer is no, then pretty much no matter what's going on, like it's gonna be hard for you. So that's pretty much the situation with me. I gotta ask, okay, are you cool with me showing other women attention? If you're not cool with that, then this shit ain't gonna work, because this is literally a part of my content. So maybe if I become a bigger social media influencer, I can find women. See, right now, the main method that I use is pretty much cold approach. And I will be dropping a video on day naps, on my like day naps results and all that stuff, and my matches and stuff. I'll be dropping that video soon. But I don't do day naps. I don't message. I got matches and all that, but I don't message women on day naps. You know, I don't do nothing on day naps. I'll probably get on there to check here and there, like maybe once a week. But honestly, even if I match with chicks, I don't even message them, really. I'm just being real. Like right hand to the Most High. Like, and I got receipts to show you guys this. Like, as soon as I drop my video, I just don't care about dating apps. Maybe I might be like that Blue H dude, to where I'm just predatory on cold approach, or I care more about cold approach than any other form of dating. I don't know. Hold up, give me a second. My fault on that. I had to spit, but see what you guys talking about right quick. See if I have any questions. Okay, I was just reading the comments. Now I wanna talk about I want to keep talking about Heck, but I'm trying to remember exactly where I left off talking about Heck. I remember I was talking about him leaving context out of the video. I remember that. Oh yeah, another thing I want to talk about too. Another thing I want to talk about. See, he was leaving out context, not showing like the full video, right? You know, the video I did about him, he wasn't showing everything, but also he was cherry picking cold approaches. He was cherry picking cold approaches that I did. And this is what most guys do. They cherry pick, you know. And I can understand why they would do that, because okay, True Prodigy, he compared him to Diddy. You know, Diddy is a weirdo and stuff. But that wasn't even serious, bro. That was more so jokes and laughter and stuff like that. I can't even believe he took that bait on that, bro. I'm just being real. But it's all good. But see, what I don't like was all of these I got 3 or 4 like IRL approaches. He could have picked any one of those, but he didn't want to do that. You know, it's like, okay, you might not think my game is good in the gym approaches or whatever, right? Okay, go to the IRLs. And then you see how I interact with women live on the air, no editing or nothing. You know, it's pretty much on me. Like, I can't, like, if a woman throw a fucking drink in my face because I said some weird shit to her, then I just got to take that. You know what I mean? But he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to go to those. Because I seen that video he did about a certain dating coach I'm not going to name, but he did that video on those 2 coaches, and I'm thinking, okay, he covered their IRL approaches, so maybe he might cover mine, but he never did it. And that kind of had made me mad a little bit, because I'm like, okay, maybe he might, okay, if he did theirs, then maybe he might do mine. But he didn't want to do that shit. And then I got other approaches on top of that. Matter of fact, I literally got a approach. I got members only, where I approached a woman in the gym that was married. I got actually 2 approaches like that, but I approached a woman in the gym that was married. I'll just leave it at that. I got that as like members only. If I didn't always have it members only, but I had to put it at members only because she's married, you know, she got kids and all that different type of stuff. She got a husband. I'm not really even trying to expose that, you know. So, you know, I'm not even trying to put her on blast like that, but that's pretty much the situation, man. You know, so I got this. It's like he was making an argument to where you don't watch enough of my videos, and I'll say you got a lot of video. I'm not finna like watch literally every video you got. I've seen enough of your video to have an opinion about your stuff. I'll say that, but you know, honestly, I was really just addressing what he said, bro, and he literally agreed with me in what I said. Like, I didn't like he had the title label where this dating coach or this guy said I have no game, but look how he talked to women. I've never once said Heck didn't have game. I never said he didn't have game. I just don't agree with how he look at game. I don't agree with his definition of game because it's not the right definition. Or how he look at game is incorrect just based off what the objective definition of game is. And I just really wanted to educate him and put him up on game on what game is, so he could pretty much have a better understanding. Because once you actually know what something is, then you can move accordingly, right? Like that's the situation. Like once you know the directions of a particular place you're headed to, like you pull up on GPS and you know like how to get there, then it's gonna be smooth sailing for you, right? You know, maybe it might be a few hiccups because it's a new route that you've never taken, but at the same time, you still gonna eventually get to that destination as long as you know how to drive. So with Heck, I seen it as it's like he didn't have the right route. Like he was going in the wrong direction with his definition of game, and I just wanted to put him on the right route. That's really all it was, you know. All right, let me see what you guys talking about right now. See, read the comments. He definitely has some criticism. Yeah, he has some criticism. It's all good. Like everything, I don't take no offense to anything he said about me in that video, because I understand that you can't control how somebody responds to you. Like, and that's one thing I realized in life. You cannot control how like if you tell somebody that they're a weirdo, they might punch you, they might try to kill you, they might stab you, they might curse you out. You know, they might like you don't know, you cannot control how somebody responds to you, bro. That's one thing that's one thing I realized in life. You can say the smallest thing to somebody and they can take you way out of proportion. They can be so extra with it. It's like, bro, the only thing I said was I don't think your shoes are that appealing, bro. That's just my opinion. You're like, nigga, fuck you and your shoes. I'll beat the fuck. You see what I'm talking about? So you can't control how people respond to you. Like that's just the truth. So I take no offense because he said some stuff about me, but at the same time, you know, it wasn't like super disrespectful. You know, he said I didn't have no game, or he said that my cold approaches was trash. I'm used to hearing it at this point. People say that, I don't really take no offense to it. It's all good. You know what I mean? Because I know what I have done off camera, but like I said, it's all good. But the only reason why I did that video about him was to put him up on game, on telling him what the objective definition of game is, and to show him that attraction is not like physical attraction is not an absolute. There's other ways for you to get women without being the most physically attractive guy, but I do understand that physical attraction is the most authentic form of attraction. You know. So yeah, okay, now I want to talk about this female game. This podcast, female game. I want to talk about these dudes. Let me see what y'all talking about right quick. Okay, now like I said, and I got 10 people watching. Y'all do me a favor, fuck with your boy, hit that like button. This isn't, you know, my normal like setup of how I stream, but I'll say fuck it. I'm up. You know, it's early, but I'm gonna make it do what it do. You know, it's all good. But yeah. So I'm gonna talk about this female game podcast, right? Bama, if you still in the chat, I seen you on that podcast. Let me see who else. I seen you, Jay. I seen Adam. I think honestly it was just you three guys. It was you, Jay, and Adam. Yeah, Bama, Jay. Yeah, it was y'all three. And I seen maybe like 15 minutes of it, but I went to sleep because I ain't really got time to hop up on there and like watch their like and just hop on the panel because I got work, bro. Like I be taking time out of my sleep to hop up on these guys' panel to try to chop it up with them. But until they hop on my show, I'm not hopping back on their shit, bro. It's over with. It's a wrap. It's like, it's fine if you guys do that. It's all good. You know what I mean? Like, no, like you can consistently like put those guys up on game. You know what I mean? Even though they're not gonna listen, but you can do your best to try to like let them know what game is. It is a fun conversation to have, but it's really just a waste of time having a conversation when you got people that try to always dominate and control the narrative, right? Anytime you prove a point, you know, they try to like take power away from you or take the mic away from you and give it to somebody else. They'll try to like MD, right? Let me tell you what this bitch ass dude do. And shout out to Adam, because I heard Adam say this. He'll just give me 1 second to get my thoughts together right quick. Okay, so MD Hill, you will say something, right? You will say something that's thought-provoking that'll have him that'll require him to think about a response, right? So he'll have a response, but the response will be something that's not correlated to what you asked him. So he'll go on a whole ass spiel about something that's not correlated to what you asked him. Then on top of that, fuck, I don't really like cars. I don't really like when cars be driving slow and shit. You know, that's kind of whatever. But anyway, he'll say something that's not correlated to what you asked him, and then as soon as he finished giving his spiel, he'll give the mic to somebody else without even giving you a chance to respond to what you said about him. Or no, he won't give you a chance to respond to what he said about you. I should say I said that backwards. So this is the type of manipulative shit that these guys do. You know what? The next Bama, the next time you hop up on that show, ask Scribe, MD, or even Jake, or anybody, any black pill on there, ask them guys for a one-on-one. I guarantee you they won't do it. I guarantee you they won't do it. They're not gonna do it. I guarantee if you guys hop up on my panel, I will let you guys get a one-on-one with anybody, even like Bama. Even if you wanted, like if it's something that Jay or Bama or Adam or even that I say that you disagree with, we can have a one-on-one, chop it up, and maybe agree to disagree on certain things, right? But these guys won't do that shit, bro. Man, I just think it's disingenuous, man. Like, I'm not finna hop up on a panel and talk to guys that always try to dominate and control the narrative, man. Like, let people finish getting their thoughts out, and then you got this bitch ass dude, Jake the Snake, where he act like he on like Adderall or some shit. He got ADHD to where he talk for like a 30-minute spiel talking about random shit. Well, not random stuff. He the stuff that he say makes sense, but he just keep hitting you point where he hit you with point after point after point after point after point, you know, without really giving you a chance to respond to like 10 of the points that he made in the long ass spiel that he gave, bro. It's like, what the hell is going on, bro? I need you to slow down and just let me address one of the points that you made, you know, so we can have a conversation. But these guys, it's like they don't, like, they just have like slick manipulative tactics that they do in order for them to you know, control the narrative, man. I don't like it. I think it's disingenuous, bro. So it's like, if I think you want some bullshit, or if I don't think you're fair and objective in what you're doing, bro, then I'm not gonna really be fucking with you like that. Like, I've called these guys out on about 3 live streams. 3. None of those live streams, them dudes want to hop up on a panel and chop it up and have a discussion. I've called those guys out on 3 different live streams. None of the times they hop up on a panel and wanted to have a genuine, authentic discussion. None of the times. So that should let you know what type of timing these guys are on. One of the live streams I have members only. Another live stream was talking about when looks matter and when looks don't matter. I called them guys out on that live stream, you know, and I called them guys out on another live. I can't remember. I know it was 3 total. It was 3 live streams. I called those guys out. I think actually maybe even 4 live streams. I called those guys out to have a conversation or chop it up and have a discussion. It was 4, but nobody wants to like hop up on a panel, chop it up, and have a discussion because they know they're gonna get cooked. They know they're gonna get like cooked. They're gonna get sauteed, you know. Like, we gonna make them guys look like fools. We gonna make them look like clowns. The same way you got, you know, a certain dating coach that's confident, right? When you call into his show, he's confident that he could shut you down because he's very good at articulating the game, right? You guys know who I'm talking about. It's literally the same way how I feel. I'm confident that if these dudes call into the show, or these dudes hop up on the panel, I'm gonna cook the fuck out of them. Jay gonna cook them, Adam gonna cook them, Bama gonna cook them, we gonna cook them. And they know this shit, which is why they don't never want to hop up on the show and have a discussion. So it's like, I'm not finna consistently hop up on the show with you guys and have a discussion, and you know, you guys constantly insulting me, talking about trans receipts and all this different shit, you know, like, and that's another thing they do. Anytime you make a good point, well, you know, Prodigy, like, we know you like kissing trans women and all this bullshit. You're not gonna address the actual discussion. You gonna talk about like bullshit that don't matter. You see what I'm saying? So it's a waste of time, man. See what you guys let me see what you guys talking about. Let me see. Bama, like that McDonald's mouthpiece analogy is dumb as fuck. Notice he ain't used that analogy no more. Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. He said, Bama said, yes, that's my issue with them. Let me see. He said, panel hopping isn't the best way to build your platform. Unique production / presentation is. Well, I figured out just like I don't know, sometimes depending on exactly what your niche is, it can like hinder your growth or it can lower your, like my niche is cold approach. So if like from this point moving forward, if 90% of my content was literally just me going to like public venues approaching women, and I was extremely consistent with that, the same way this dude Gavin LaRun is, then I think I would do a whole lot better in that regard because I'm consistent with my content, right? But the fact that I talk about different stuff outside of cold approach, it could, you know, hinder my growth. And this is something that I learned. But at the same time, I just like talking about game. I just like chopping up the game. I just like talking about approaching. I just like talking about different discussions concerning dating on YouTube, right? You know, so I think this is the situation. Another thing I realized too is that the more, like if you do shorts, if you do videos, if you do live streams, if you do all three of those shorts, if you do those, then it's like the algorithm, it's going to be hard for the algorithm to pinpoint exactly which one of these you are. Like if I just took all my live streams down, if I just took all my shorts down, I was just consistent with just cold approach content, I guarantee you I would climb up the ranks a whole lot quicker. But because I'm consistent with all three of those, it's like the algorithm is pretty much trying to figure out exactly like what am I consistent with, which honestly I'm consistent with all three. But I honestly I thought about taking down my my shorts. I thought about just taking all my shorts. I thought about doing it. I don't know. You know, I low-key don't necessarily like taking down none of my content, but I do understand that the less content you post, but the more quality it is, you know, and the easier it is for the algorithm to like pinpoint exactly what your niche is and promote that to a specific audience, right? This is what I'm figuring out about YouTube. You know, so like notice any video where I'm cold approaching, that it tends to get the most views. Not talking about cold approach, videos to where I'm actually going out there cold approaching, that is where I get views. But if I'm talking about anything else outside of that, maybe if I'm having a live stream talking about Black Pill, I get views with that. But when I'm specifically doing cold approach videos, that is where I get the views. But since I'm not consistent with that, it's stunting my growth. So this is pretty much the point I'm making right now. If I'm consistent with cold approach content, then I will grow a whole lot more rapidly, right? Because the algorithm know exactly where to promote my content, right? So this is the situation. The problem is I like talking about other things outside of that. So it's going to be hard for the algorithm to exactly pinpoint exactly what the fuck is this dude shit is about? Is it about the game? Is it about dating advice? Is it about cold approach? Is it about black pill? You know, is it about health and fitness? Because I got fitness content on my stuff too. Like, what exactly is this? What is his niche? So this is some of this is the stuff I'm figuring out about YouTube. I'm learning YouTube as I go, you know. But yeah, I got 13 people watching. Y'all do me a favor, fuck with your boy, hit that like button. Maybe I might stream for another 30 minutes. Maybe, I don't know. I'm sitting in my car right now, hoping nobody pull up on my ass. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much the situation. If I was in a, maybe I might continue to live stream when I get in the house, but I'm just really just comfortable in my car right now. But let me see what you guys talking about right quick. Yeah, like just looking at my analytics, I can see that's where I'm most consistent. That's what guys mostly want to see. It's like cold approach content, because it's like people just like human interaction. I guess, I don't know. People just like human, and like the sad part, like I think the IRL approaches is going to be the future, and I'm gonna tell you why. Sora AI is going to make cold approaching a lot harder, because you're not going to be able to tell what's real and what's fake. People can literally, you know, produce an AI edit of a cold approach situation. People can literally produce an AI edit of a cold approach situation. And that's going to make cold approach hard. So live streams is probably going to be the only way for guys to prove that what they're doing is real and it's not like AI generated, you know. So that might be the wave, bro. So I'm starting early. Let me see it. Let me see. I probably would have not know about Prodigy if he didn't have haters watching him. Definitely got haters watching me like a motherfucker. Like the last live stream I did, I'm surprised guys wasn't in the comments, you know, hating on me there, because they literally hop up on every show hating on me. That's the situation, right? Every show I do, they in the comments, you know, talking they bullshit, you know. So last stream I didn't have nobody in the comments hating on me like that. Maybe because I had good moderators, or maybe because I think Adam did say he was gonna be doing some heavy moderating, but maybe because I invited the smoke for the female game dudes to come and they never showed up. So that might be another thing too, you know. So yeah. And I'm gonna be real. And pew pew. I'm gonna tell you how I found out about you. I found out about you through Greg, which is something you already know. I even brought this dude name up. Lord, please forgive me for even bringing this dude name in. I don't even like speaking this dude name, really. You know, I ain't really got no beef with that dude. He keep doing what he do, but I don't like really even bringing this dude up on my shit. But like, it was the her AJ, right? I think her name AJ, and you know the white woman, right? AJ. Honestly, the only reason why I joined her live stream that day was, I think AJ, Little Miss AJ Strawberry Cupcake or some shit like that. I don't want to say it's like a weird name, you know. That's a common name for a YouTube channel. You know, I'm not trying to throw no shots at AJ, but I found out through AJ, you know, through that bitch ass white dude. You guys know who I'm talking about. So this dude was literally bringing my content up, trying to make it seem like I was on some weirdo shit approaching women. Or I've literally never had a woman in my life tell me I was a creep or weirdo, or I was harassing. That just bullshit people say because they fucking haters, bro. You know, but the only reason why I joined her stuff was to clear my name and let people know that I'm a cool dude and I'm not on no weirdo shit. I'm not in harass. I don't be on that type of timing, right? You know, so I could care less about girl world. I don't care about joining that space because that's not my audience. I don't like, if females want to watch my content, it's cool, but that's not my niche. Like, I don't like, my niche is not going and just starting drama with random people, really, bro. My niche is pretty much cold approach to like help inspire and motivate. That's my main thing. I don't, attach myself to a group of people to just start drama and chaos and conflict. That's not my thing. We can discuss ideals and all that different type of stuff is cool, but as far as like starting attaching myself to a group of people to start beefing all that stuff, no, bro. I'm not, that's not really my thing, But you said 50 hardcore fans is better than 5,000 casual watchers. Dynamic fit left. I agree with that 100%. I would rather 10 people watch me that fuck with me heavy than 6 million that don't really, that's like in the middle. You feel me? And the thing is, I'm not really people that's in the middle. I'm not really against people that's in the middle, because maybe you still figuring out, is this dude worth watching? Is this dude actually be harassing women based off what other people saying? Or, is this dude cool? Like, you may still be figuring it out. But honestly, bro, I'd rather people watch me that actually know about me and actually fuck with me, that know the real. You know what I mean? Like, that's the situation with me. I don't, it's just like in the Bible, right? I got to quote Bible references, right? In the Bible, the Lord said, I can't quote scripture verbatim, but it was along the lines of, I don't want, like, if you're lukewarm, I will spit you out. Like like pretty much he was saying that you need to either be hot or cold. If you are lukewarm, I'll spit you out. So I need you to either be with me or against me. Like, honestly, if you're in the middle, you still figuring stuff out. And that's cool if you want to still like figure out, like, am I cool or whatever. But I would prefer motherfuckers to just fuck with me, bro, because like, I know who I am as a man, and you guys, could see that. I mean, you should see it too. But yeah. I see your comment, Nine the Bishop. T-Bone Malone, True Prodigy Bible Study. This ain't, trust me, I'm the last guy to go to. I know a little bit about scripture, but I'm the last guy to go to about Bible study. I'm being real. I go to my dad for advice. If you know what, I'm not going to mention my dad about on this live stream, but I'll say this, right? See, I see the comment you left, Night the Bishop, and see, something that I noticed, bro, is that people that have an extreme argument, those are the people that have the most loyal, like, supporters. People that's like more on the extreme end of the spectrum, those are the people that have the most supporters. It's just like that's literally how Fresh and Fit and Kevin Samuels came into prominence, bro, because they pretty much held all women accountable, or they pretty much was shitting on women, or just showing men how delusional women are, like things of that nature, right? Like things like pretty much putting women down, like kicking a woman in her ass. And honestly, I think Fresh and Fit do got good advice on the Monday Mondays show. That is a good show to watch. But as far as like Kevin Samuels show and like the Fresh and Fit show, I really didn't even fuck with those shows like that, because I understand that their niche is to pretty much shit on women. And I don't agree with that. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that, all women, you can't paint all women in a certain light. And the thing was, like, the thing that I didn't like about Fresh and Fit was they mainly was shitting on black women. Like, their main, like, people that they would attack or just shit on or just talk crap about was black women. I'm like, nigga, like, you literally came out of a black woman and you shitting on black women. Like, what the fuck I was like, I can't fuck with these dudes. I don't necessarily hate them, but I can't you know, they are helping men, so I gotta respect that. But as far as the stuff that they do, the antics to where they're like clowning black women or just clowning women in general just to get clicks and views, bro, no, I can't really mess with that. And you know, with AMS, right, his main niche was sleazeball game. You know, we taking this shit over. You know, you need to lie to women, finesse women, manipulate women. You know, pretty much do everything in your power to get what you want from a woman, and not really give a fuck about her like that. Period. Right? You know, so that was pretty much his niche, and it was more so in extreme. So it's bro, I'm telling you guys, this is like the best way to like gain prominence is to have an extreme case. Like any comment that's geared towards like either shitting on men 100% of the time or shitting on women 100% of the time, bro, you're gonna get views. That's the situation. If you lukewarm, if you're in the middle, then like you could go either way. This is what I was saying earlier. But if you are more so on the right side of the spectrum, which is shitting on men, or on the left side of the spectrum, shitting on women, you can go to a fan base with that. Like I've noticed that content creators, like women, right? You got women content creators that crap on women. Women content creators crap on women to like cater to men. Those women become popular. Just like you got dudes like Derek Jackson, extreme case. It's a consistent trend right now, right? Derek Jackson, his main content was geared towards shitting on men, making man look bad, putting man under the bus. If he was lukewarm, if he was more so in the middle, he wouldn't have risen to prominence. He wouldn't have, he probably wouldn't be as popular as he was, bro. That's just what I noticed, bro. I'm seeing a consistent trend of people that come into like prominence or like popularity because they just consistently do things to shit on the opposite sex, bro. So, I mean, that's pretty much the situation with that, man. If you a dude like me and you tell the truth or you tell your truth, like me personally, right? I think women are full of shit and I think men are full of shit. You know, so I mean that's what I think. If I just had a talking point to where women are full of shit and it is what it is, and I don't really change my mind about that, I 100% think women 80% of the time is full of shit. I guarantee you, I probably have like 130 people in here watching me right now. If that was the main thing, if that was the main point of my channel, like if that was the main topic of discussion on my channel. Even what's his name? Tommy Sotomayor, his main shtick was, or his main talking point was, black women ain't shit. And maybe he might genuinely feel that way because of how black women treated him. You know, he might actually feel like black women ain't shit because black women probably shitted on him because he was like unattractive. I don't know. You know, so fuck is that? So his main talking point was to say anything that would, you know, put the black woman down. It's like a consistent trend right now, bro. I just noticed this, you know, over the years, just watching all the popular content creators that talk about dating, relationships, male, female, sexual dynamics and stuff. It's the most popular people was always the people that was far on the either on the far left side of the spectrum or on the far right side of the spectrum. That's all I'm saying. But let me look at the comments right quick. See what you guys talking about. Y'all do me a favor, hit that like button, fuck with your boy. You talking about that AJ chick, something is wrong with her and we think she get drunk on stream. I could care less about that chick, bro. You seen the video I did about AJ, I took it down. And the reason why I took that video down that I did about AJ was because, you know, AJ, Little Miss Creep Cake, whatever her name is, it's because I don't want to attach myself to that girl world group. You know, that's not my lane. Somebody else could attach themselves to that group. That's not what I'm going to do, because that's not what I talk about. I don't talk about miscellaneous bullshit every week. I consistently talk about black pill. Well, I'm not a black pillar, by the way, but I debate black pill. I talk about cold approach, and I just talk about female sexual dynamics, things of that nature. That's what I do. I don't talk about girl world. That's not me, you know. But let me looking at these comments right quick. Name the Bishop AMS is a piece of trash, plagiarized Alan Roger Curry's books. I mean, I I heard he done it, but and maybe he did do it. You know, I think that's scummy, but I mean, it worked out for him. I think it's trash he did that. You know, he took his AMS's material and made it his own. And I think his excuse was the game, it's the game, it's the game. I think that was just a cop out, but I mean, it's working for him. You know, sadly, it is what it is, man. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I'm just going through these comments right quick, seeing what you guys talking about. I'm not streaming on Stream, y'all, so this is sort of different, but yeah. You said their approach game might be weak. I don't know, bro. I could care less about Miles, like Lucario and Miles, about those guys' approach game. Like, yeah. Me personally, I think they mostly rely on day naps, but if that's what they do, that's what they do. I could care less, bro. Let me think. It's not, see, me personally, bro. I see you said motherfuckers married to a white woman. It's nothing. I don't. If you want to marry a white woman, I don't give a fuck, bro. Me personally, I almost got in. I was in a relationship with a white chick. She was fine though. She was fine. I don't care what you guys say. If I showed a picture of her, I know most of you niggas will fuck. I don't give a fuck what you guys got to say. If you guys want to see the white woman I'm talking about, you can go to my members only content where I'm talking about what's the name of that video? I can't remember the name of that video. It's I think it's titled "She Wanted Me to Be a House Husband." Like, so I was in a relationship with that woman. I almost moved out of town with her, but I was like, I'm not, hell no. But yeah, it's not wrong. It's just like the women that you get with, bro, they gotta be fine. I mean, like, me personally, bro, I know looks aren't everything, but me personally, if I'm with a woman and she don't get my dick hard, bro, I'm not really trying to be with her like that. Cause I know I'm gonna end up cheating on her with a more attractive woman. But if she's the woman that I genuinely find attractive, the one I genuinely want, then I know that I'm not gonna be cheating on her for reasons of sex, is what I'm saying. It's not gonna be sex. Sex is not gonna be a reason I would cheat on her. It will be other things outside of that. And I don't want sex to be a reason why I would cheat on my woman. That's stupid. You know, but so yeah. Like, I know this one dude, right? He literally don't care how attractive a woman is as long as she got money. I know a dude like that in real life. He don't care if the woman is 200 pounds. He don't care if the woman is 6'7". He don't care if the woman built like Sasquatch. He don't care if the woman got fucking linebacker. If she built like a linebacker with fucking shoulder pads on. Her fucking shoulders look like she wearing shoulder pads because them hoes is so broad and so fucking wide and so big and so much muscle. He don't care how the woman look. He don't care, you know, how tall the woman is. He don't care if the woman got if her nose big as fuck, if she got a big ass nose with small lips, or if one eyeball bigger than the other or whatever, or if she ain't got no fucking eyebrows, if she got a fucking whole ass beard, he don't care about none of that shit. The only thing this dude care about if the woman got money. I'm so serious. That's the only thing this nigga. I'm like, bro, and I never really hang out with him like that because this dude, every time I hang out with him, he be just approaching any type of woman, bro. I'm like, bro, like, did you see that bitch, bro? Like, bro, did you see her? Like, are you like, do you have eyes? Like, are me and you looking at the same woman? He like, bro, like bro, look like she got some bread. I'm like, bro, why don't you make your own money, bro? Why the fuck you trying to live off? You know what? I'm not gonna even talk about that dude. That dude is on some weirdo shit. But it's some guys out there like that, bro. They don't care about how a woman look. They only care about if she got money or not. And I'm not necessarily saying anything wrong with that, but if another woman came in the picture and made it extremely easy for you to crack her, then you might end up taking that bait, bro, because you just settle for any woman, not the women you want. And as a result, you might cheat on that woman, the woman with money. You might cheat on her with a more physically attractive woman because you settling, bro. I don't understand that. I don't understand. See, me personally, even if I'm home, the only way I would move in with another, like, I used to live with a woman, right? I used to live with a chick back in 2020. I lived with a chick. She was attractive too. I don't just move in with any woman. She was attractive, but she was rude, bitchy, and controlling. And after I dealt with that situation, I said I would never in my life move in with another woman. Period. I don't care what the circumstances are. I'm never doing it. And the only reason why I moved out, and the only reason why I moved in with her was because I got tired of living with my folks. I'm tired of living with these people. You know, I love my folks, but I need some type of freedom and space to do my own thing. So I'm talking to this chick. Why is it so bright behind me? Bro, what the hell? Why is it so? Hold up. Look like a motherfucking angel coming down or some shit, bro. It's so, I don't know. Let me change my window, bro. This is kind of weird. I've been streaming this whole time. I'm just noticing it. I don't know. But yeah, bro, I just can't do it, man. I can't do it. Not no more. So I would rather go homeless before I move in with another woman, bro. I'm serious. I pray that the Most High don't put me through that test. I'm praying he don't do it. But me, I just don't really want to like move in with no woman, bro. That's why the white chick that I was in a video titled "She Wanted Me to Be a House Husband." That's why I didn't want to like deal with her to that level because of my previous experience living with a woman, bro. I don't want to have no woman have no type of control or power of me, period, bro. I would rather her have her own spot, I have my own spot, and we just cohabitate that way, or whatever. Because I could care less about moving in with a chick, period. I'm just being real. I don't even care about living with a chick, bro. I love my peace of mind. I love being having a little bit of freedom to do my own thing. I don't necessarily like being, I don't know, like, even if the woman is cool and she's fun to be around and all that stuff, it's just the fact that I just like really enjoy my peace of mind, bro, to where I come home and I don't have to deal with nobody else's bullshit but my own stuff. I love that. I don't like having to deal with nobody else's bullshit, bro. I know if I got a woman, she gonna come home, she might feel a certain way about something, she gonna try to, project that shit onto me. I'm like, I don't care about your life, really. I don't, like, maybe we can talk about it, for a couple hours, but honestly, like, I don't really want to talk about it longer than a couple hours. You know what I mean? Like, I like talking to women, so it's cool, but I don't know. I just don't like talking about women's bullshit like that, bro. Like, I had this one chick, she just, like, we didn't spend 3 hours talking. And you still, you want to go a whole 5-hour marathon just talking on the phone or just having this fucking chit chat conversation, you know, in person, just talking about this shit that you going through. Like, I like talking to women, but like not this long. Like, god damn. Man, let me see what y'all talking about. I mean, you said T-Bone Malone, you said no wife, no kids. I want all of that, bro. I just want it to be worth it, bro. Like, the only way I would move in with a woman, she better have to, like, this is gonna sound bad. This is gonna sound very bad, but I'm gonna say it anyway. She damn gotta like worship me, bro. I'm just being real. Like, as soon as I come in the house, she gotta like be, bro. It's gonna sound bad. She damn gotta worship me, bro. The way I worship the Most High is the way she gotta worship me. I worship God. We worship God together, but she worship me. I don't know. It sounds bad. I know. I apologize, but that's the only way I'll move in with a woman, or a woman move in with me, or we even cohabitate with kids and all that stuff. She literally has to worship me. That's the only way, man. Speaking for myself. Hold up. My fault. I had to spit again. But I definitely do want a wife and kids. I want to get married. I just want it to be a situation to where she consistently worship me, bro. Worship me, respect me, submit. I could say worship, but honestly, I could just say submit. And I don't, and it's like, she, like, my peace of mind that I have, she's adding to it, I should say. Like, the peace of mind that I have living alone, or living by myself or whatever, or just having my own space, she's adding to that. That's literally, that's it. That's all I want. So one day, wife and kids could happen, but I'm definitely not rushing that process. Let me see what you guys talking about. Let me see, looking at the comments. I'm almost ready to wrap this up. I'll be wrapping this live stream up soon. I just wanted to address lower the head and talk a little bit about cold approaches. That is what my channel is geared towards, you know. But let me see. Like I said, I don't want to go like too long without streaming, but I do like streaming, so I'm gonna try to stay consistent with it. But you know, like I said, I don't want to go too long without doing it. But yeah, probably. Well, I probably won't even put no timestamps on this. Really, I'm probably not gonna be putting no timestamps on this. Ain't no need. It's not gonna. It's not like it's gonna be like a 3-hour live stream. But yeah. You guys got any, like, if you guys got any questions for me, let me know and I'll address them. If you guys got any questions for me, let me know and I will address it. I'm gonna turn my car off. I didn't have my car running this whole time. I had a car literally pull up right behind me. How the hell I'm gonna get out? Matter of fact, I'm gonna turn my camera off right quick. Okay. turn my camera off right quick. I don't know who the fuck is this motherfucker that just literally pulled up right behind me. You said, do you believe in stoicism? I need you to tell me what stoicism is in your words, because yeah, like me giving a definition of it might not fit your definition of it. So you tell me what you give me your definition of what stoicism is. Okay, yeah, I'm probably gonna keep my camera off for the duration of this because I might be streaming another 20 minutes before I close it down. But yeah, man. But I do appreciate everybody that came through. You know, like I said, this isn't something that I do consistently as far as streaming like this early. This is very early. Matter of fact, I might go off and grab me something to eat as soon as I'm done streaming. But yeah, man, I'm trying to see where I want to take it from. I honestly don't have anything else to discuss. I've already spoken about Heck. I've spoken about the Female Game podcast. I even spoken about AJ, you know, AJ Little Miss Creep Cake. I spoke about her and why I don't want to attach myself to that section of YouTube, like Girl World. You know, I've spoken about different topics, but I've even spoken about Cold Approach. But I don't even really know where I want to go from here. I do want to have, like I said way earlier in the live stream, I do want to have a conversation with Lord Heck, you know, just so we could have some type of understanding about his philosophy on game and, you know, what he think about Cola, because we can do these back and forth videos. It's all good. But honestly, bro, I would rather have an actual one-on-one back-to-back conversation with this dude. And maybe I might learn something from him. Maybe. I don't think it's nothing that nobody could teach me as far as like Cold Approach, but maybe I can learn something from him, bro. You never really know. So Heck, if you ever watch this, I'm gonna mention you in this live stream, but if you ever watch this, let me know if you're down to do that one-on-one conversation, bro. Let me know. And I will be more than happy, you know, to do it. Real talk, man. Simone, you still haven't told me your definition of stoicism. I'm waiting on that. You know, you can just sum it up in like 3 words if you can. All right. I think I'm gonna close it down. I don't really have nothing else for y'all. You know, I do appreciate you guys. Anybody that like hopped on and you know, was in the comments and chopped it up with me. I really appreciate that. You know, but that's really all I got for y'all, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Hold up. You said, how did you feel when you saw Heck's response? I didn't feel no type of way when I saw his response, bro. When I saw Heck respond to me, I didn't really feel, well, I was kind of shocked that he did respond to me. And I'm gonna tell you, it was Tyrone. He saw my content through Tyrone because I mentioned him, right? You know, like I mentioned him, but I don't think he's seen my mention, because you can mute a mention. Like if a person like the notifications that you get for people that mention you, you can completely like turn those notifications off to where you don't see people that notify you, right? Or you don't see people that mention you. But this dude, Educated Tyrone, sent him a DM showing him my video. And honestly, I don't really fuck with Tyrone like that, because that dude is emotionally unstable. I can't trust that dude. But he did that, whatever. You know what I mean? Honestly, I would rather him not have done that, because I already know Tyrone probably said some bullshit like, you need to react to this goofball loser that think he has game or some weird shit this dude Tyrone be saying. But pretty much, I was more so shocked than anything that he even responded. I'm like, what the fuck? But once I seen the video, I was like, I think this dude is kind of taking a video out of context. I think it's more so a hit piece than anything. I think the video is more so a hit piece, bro. You said, did you read the comments?